help you prepare, practice, and present your pitch. To that end, we've interviewed people who've had a great deal of experience pitching and told us their stories. We talked to some of Hollywood's most experienced professionals in gaming, software development, venture capital, branding, law, advertising, and the airline and auto industries. Why? Would you like to hear an account of the Chief Technical Officer and Executive Vice President at Boeing describe a pitch where someone is trying to get Boeing involved with a competition to create the first self-flying machine? He thinks Boeing will get tremendous publicity from this, unless someone dies. We've also conducted a thorough examination of the research literature on every aspect of pitching. You'll get a good picture of both the art and science of pitching. As we developed this book, we identified 3 areas that we hadn't seen covered elsewhere that play a crucial role in pitching: Hollywood pitching techniques, the psychology of persuasion, and managing stage fright. The Hollywood pitch. Hollywood has its own form of pitching. It employs the traditional elements of pitching used in business, but adds other elements to make it more persuasive and emotionally engaging. Hollywood pitches use characters and conflicts to tell stories that leave audiences needing to know more. Hollywood artists have been pitching the same product for over 100 years. Give creative people a quick 100 years, and it's not surprising that they develop a unique type of pitch. Pitches in the business world rely on data-driven decision-making. It was difficult to suppress a yawn just writing that sentence, yet it's there by necessity. But it doesn't mean a pitch has to be boring. Data can also be brought to life by using it to drive emotion. It can function as a source of conflict. Just like a good script or book is referred to as a page-turner, a good pitch should evoke curiosity and conflict. Incorporating elements of the Hollywood pitch can drive emotions that ultimately drive decision-making. The decision about a pitch is often reached within the first 5 to 10 minutes. If you learn to engage people through storytelling, make them want to hear more, and combine their intellect with their emotions, you'll increase the probability of a successful pitch. If there were an algorithm or formula for decision-making, pitching would be pointless. Important decisions could be made after a computer sifted through the data. Research has demonstrated that most decisions end up being reached largely through emotions. Our friend Barry loves to tell the story of how he signed up for boxing lessons at the YMCA. As an IRS estate attorney, Barry talked for years about giving it all up and running with the bulls in Pamplona, living in a castle in Tuscany, or buying a vineyard in Napa. He wanted to travel around the world. But for Barry, there always seemed to be another estate to settle. Everyone was surprised when Barry decided to quit the IRS and take his trip around the world. I got as far as South Africa, where I met Annie, a Swedish woman who I swear could have been Charlize Theron's sister. We began traveling together. One night we found ourselves alone in a small cantina in the Peruvian Andes. 6 campesinos, little Peruvian Indian farmers, came in. I could see machetes under their serapes. One of the campesinos came over and sat down next to Annie and winked at her. Annie said, "We don't want any trouble. He's got 5 friends with him." "It's okay, Barry. He's not bothering me." The campesino slid his chair closer to Annie and took one of her hands in his. He put his other arm around her shoulders. He began kissing her hand, moving up her arm until he got to the nape of her neck. "Barry, it's not okay anymore. Do something." In my best Spanish, I try to get the cantina owner to help me. He shrugs as if to say, "Hey, these are my steady customers. I don't know you, gringo." I ask the campesino to stop. He gives me a grin and takes his index finger and moves it across his throat, making the sound of a throat being slit. Now he has both hands all over Annie, kissing her on the mouth. As I prepared to die, I thought, I'm about to grab this guy, and then all 6 campesinos will pull their machetes, jump in, and surround us. I'll be chopped up into small pieces. They'll find chunks of me in the spring thaw.